Well, I'd only been an MP for about a year, and I was getting used to things and comfortable. And from that day, I remember the crowd, and I remember Terry Fox, and I can say that very sincerely because I've met a lot of people since and before, but he sticks out in my mind because when you looked into his eyes and shook his hand, you knew that there was complete determination there to do this. And unfortunately, he wasn't able to. But you had no doubt, if you met him like I did, that he was going to do it, if at all possible. I remember Mayor McDonald was there and made a short speech, and Linda Crawford, who was a high school teacher in the area, who was very, very big in the community at the time. There was lots of uh, national media, both print and electronic, that told you the story of his what he'd gone through with in terms of cancer, and him flying to Newfoundland to start, and it was daily coverage. So I knew the story by the time he got there. A, he had lost his leg to cancer. B, he started in Newfoundland, and the media, to their credit, gave him all the coverage. As near as I could determine, it was both local and national coverage, and the thing just built. And I always thought we were darn fortunate to have him come here and stop and say something. So people uh, didn't pass him on the highway. They had a chance to be here. It was something. I just remember that when you looked him in the eye and when you shook his hand, those were two huge signals of his determination. There was no question that if his health is permitted, in my mind, that Terry Fox wouldn't have finished the run and gone on to spark other runs. It was just there, magic. He touched a lot of people, whether you were young or old. He touched you. The community of Orillia has a tremendous number of charitable organizations and volunteers coming out our ears. Uh, it's a very caring community, one that I related to because of my background in community events before I even got into politics. So it was easy for me to relate, and I tried to go to as many events as I could. It wasn't always possible. And in the olden days, I even ran in the Terry Fox run. They have another one down in Brecken. Remember going down there to participate as well. It's a great community event. Of course, he started a legacy, which is wonderful because of people like you who volunteer and keep the legacy going. And now we're 40 years into it. I think it's a great story to have been part of.